Sandwich cookies are cookies with a little surprise, a delicious filling waiting in the middle. And that's why they're a bake shop favorite. I'll start by teaching you the fundamentals with a chocolate vanilla sandwich cookie. It all starts with a good dough. This is a chocolate cookie dough that's rolled out and baked. I have 5 ounces of unsalted butter, half a cup of granulated sugar. While that mixes, I'll grab an egg. I don't need a whole egg, just the yolk for richness. And at the same time, I'll add a teaspoon of vanilla. For the dry ingredients, I start by sifting 1.25 cups of all-purpose flour with a 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. I like to use Dutch processed cocoa powder in the cookie because it's got that intensely dark color, but a beautifully rich, at the same time mild, chocolate flavor. And a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'll add this all at once to the cookie dough base. And there you go. Once you see all the ingredients come together, it's ready to be shaped and then chilled. I'm gonna divide this into 2 pieces. And then chill them down until they're firm, at least an hour. So I have some that's already chilled. There we go. Now it's time to get rolling. Good dusting of flour. Now what I like to do for a cookie dough like this, even though I needed to set up the butter, if I start rolling it right from the fridge, it will crack a little bit. So I give it a knead just to soften up that butter a little bit. I use small rolling motions to roll out the dough. So I roll this to almost 1/8 of an inch. Then, since we're starting with the basics, I'm just using a plain round 2-inch cookie cutter. The recipe makes 24 sandwich cookies, so I need 48 cookies. So I'll put 24 on each tray, 4 by 6. To get that proper number of cookies, it means you have to roll and re-roll the dough a couple of times. This can present a challenge sometimes. If you re-roll your dough too many times and you find it starts springing back on you, that means you've over-exercised your flour. To fix that, simply wrap up the dough, put it in the fridge, let it rest for 15 minutes. When you pull it out to roll again, you'll find it rolls out easily. Once I get 24 on this tray, I'll roll the other disc to get another 24. And there we go. Because the cookies are so thin, they only take about 8 minutes in a 350 oven. Very nice. I have some cookies that have cooled down already. You can tell when your chocolate cookies are done because they have a matte finish to them. So now these cooled ones are ready to fill. This is a vanilla cream filling, and what I use is rolling fondant. You have to be sure that you roll fondant in icing sugar because, of course, this isn't getting baked. And I roll it a little bit thicker than the cookie dough itself. Now, these cookies do not change shape when they bake. I'm using the exact same cookie cutter that I used to cut out the cookies. And to get the fondant to stick to the cookie, I just brush the surface of it with just a little cool water, and then the cookie sticks on. What's important when you're assembling sandwich cookies is always make sure the top of the cookie is facing out, so both sides are equally attractive. And see how precisely that fits? There we go. So simple, yet a delicious combination of the chocolate cookie with the vanilla cream filling. Also a great way to get a handle on making sandwich cookies.